At the moment, the biggest thing for me is just the fact that there's an increased focus on UX and UI that hasn't been there for a while. And you know, you got a world that actually cares now. It's no longer just about testing for the sake of performance. It's about testing for the sake of usability and how people react to it. It's not just about whether they click the button or tap that button. It's about the fact that everything needs to be better. And that's what's exciting about that convergence of design and technology right now, is that it's raised the game. There's no more 1.0.
Because there is, I mean, you know, for a while there, we got lost in design. Design became a second, or like an afterthought. Yep. It became secondary to functionality, and functionality didn't exist really well because the user interface was confusing.
Exactly.
A good example of that is, you know, the original or early mobile, you know, applications. They try and ram so much into the application that they forget the sensibility of simplification. Yeah. Are you finding now that you think it's the right time for design to be back with a capital D as opposed to a sort of a sideline?
Absolutely. It's the most important thing. Without design, you just have nothingness. You just have letters on a page. And I mean, even look at Google. You know, design took a front seat to something as simple as search.
Yeah.
You know, something that truly, the one thing in the world that truly did not need design at a core functionality standpoint, took on design as a primary role.
Do you think that in the ideas of where design can go, do you think that it's led by technology or design is leading the technology?
I really think it's on the circumstance at the moment. It's not, certain people are putting more effort into the design, and certain people are putting more effort into the core technology. I don't think they necessarily outweigh the other at this point in any broad spectrum. But when you look at a company that's got the ability and the people to actually care about design, I think they're the ones that are succeeding, and you're seeing people follow suit. Look at the entire startup culture right now. People without design co-founders are being looked at as the same thing, people who didn't have technical co-founders. Yeah. You know, an idea doesn't make it anymore. You know, you need both, but when you have the design end and you put that at the forefront, you make something that's great. I think the ability to stop and take a step back and look at the holistic picture of design, not just your digital pieces, not just your industrial design of your products, but to take a step back. Like Coke's a great example, Microsoft is another really good example from a design standpoint. Move back, strip away all the layers, and just start over with everything. Unify it all. You know, and that comes down to a core strategy and corporate level. Yeah. But at the same time, you want to make sure that that's the root of everything. You know, design is nothing without thought.
I think Windows 8 has probably lent into that beautifully.
Yeah, and Xbox. I mean, yeah. you look at the way the what was known as Metro, you know, it has, and the Windows 8 UI has rolled out. It's a beautiful ecosystem that joins mobile, home, and computing. I mean, it's really huge.
And then they're getting criticised for being over fashion forward, which is quite remarkable. Do you think skeuomorphism is dead?
Absolutely. But the other thing, skeuomorphism and the idea of like the UI design you've seen in the past 10 years. Yeah. This flat design is just Swiss design. Yeah. It's been around for years. You know, if you designed a print piece 12 years ago, 15 years ago, however long ago, you understand the principles of Swiss design, which means you get flat design. Yeah. And the skeuomorphism thing was beautiful when it was tastefully done. But when you started going off that cliff, it's like anything else. Once you jump off the cliff, it ruins it for everyone.
It's fantastic, man. Well, thanks for spending some time with me.
Thank you.
I love your
Much appreciated.
And let's get the hell out of this heat. You're going to risk your life crossing the Crow, but you know, that's as far as we'll go.
That's how we roll here.
Yeah.
You know?
Shall we?
They'll stop. It's not New York.